I've asked this before, and I've asked it quite a number, but there's an energy that can be felt in these kind of meetings.
Okay.
What's that?
That's what apparently happens.
Yeah. Nothing else to say about it? No.
No, actually, well.
No. I'm just curious because it's something I don't experience in other circumstances. I experience it in non-duality meetings. It's unidentifiable.
Yes, I mean that's what apparently happens. I mean, in a way, yeah, I can't say more about that.
Mm-hmm. No.
I mean, one could, yeah, no.
So it doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything. Of course not. It's already in. I mean, one could say it's just a little bit rare that there is me, apparently, and something saying in its face, hey, you're not there. That's kind of rare.
Well, I don't know if the energy comes from that comment.
Yeah,
It's something I feel. I don't know if anyone else has that kind of subjective experience. Yeah.
Resonance, isn't it?
Resonance.
Energy.
yeah,
It's all energy.
that's what I mean. That's just what apparently, that's what happens. But there's no really a reason for it. I mean, you can make a lot of stories about it, why it is like that, but in the end it's not because of something.
I think it's so significant to me personally because as a seeker, as someone I became aware that the energies in different places like churches and things like that I go and sit in and sit down in, or temples and things like that. So I became quite sensitized to this kind of thing.
I mean, in a way, one could say it's just not a personal energy.
Yeah. That's right. And like you say, that's rare because usually we're accustomed to personal energies and reacting to a personal energy, aren't we?
Exactly, yeah. And wherever I goes, it feels like a personal energy.
Yeah.
But in a way, this personal energy here, which isn't right or wrong, this too is what apparently happens. It doesn't mean anything. But this personal energy here is completely overlooked. And in a way, not intentionally, but it gets threatened by what's being said here.
Mm-hmm.
Not because there's the intention to be a threat, it just happens naturally.
Tony Parsons always says that the personal meets the impersonal.
That would be a description of what apparently happens here.
Yeah.
Exactly. That which lives in direction
Mm-hmm.
and in intention meets no thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which in a way happens all the time.
Yeah.
But here immediately the answer comes back. Hey, you're not there.
Yeah.
Hey, hello. It's not real.
Yeah.
You are not real.
Nothing being vocal.
Sorry?
It's nothing being vocal. Nothing being vocal.
No, it's not in the...
Oh, it's nothing being vocal.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's nothing answering. Or trying. Which is what apparently happens. It's not for anything. There's no intention in this.
There's no process. No.
Exactly. It's already is hello.
Mhm.
It doesn't. This apparent happening doesn't need a result. It's already it.
It already is the result.
Yeah, it's all there is. Yeah. So this apparent meeting of me, of something and nothing, which is a story, is already it. Which is of course completely overlooked by the me, which thinks I'm here in order to get something for the future. Me experiences this as not it. But that's it.
And you said earlier, because I get a sense sometimes like me or me's, when they get an inkling of freedom, some sort of sense of freedom, it's like they react to it, like, what's this? I don't feel comfortable with this. What is it?
No, it doesn't feel comfortable with this.
No.
Yes. It feels, in a way, there can be a sense, like, literally, oh, I'm too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too, conscious. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like a threat, because the actual solution to this would be absence.
Yeah, so it needs to defend, perhaps sometimes.
Exactly, it needs to stay, to survive,
Mhm.
to stay there.
I wondered if the chemistry of the me's existential crisis, when that diminishes, that liberates a certain neutrality in the body that is experienced as something as expansive
Yeah, it can be.
and so one gets this altered state of, there's a potential for an identification with something that is a growing energy or something that feels good. Or
Yeah.
as its own separation is diminished. And the chemistry of separation seems to be anxiety-provoking in some way.
Oh yeah, one could say so. But apparently, yeah, of course, that's what apparently happens. But then there still is someone experiencing it.
Yeah.
And still will live with that in the story of, it's not it. It's like a little success, but it still isn't it. Yeah.
But it's not that it's not it.
Sorry?
It can't be not it.
And that's it, exactly. That's already it. What else?
We're not going to get any more. We don't get any more.
No, of course not. I mean, there isn't anything more. There isn't anything else than what is.
I've often projected forward as let's say, like enlightenment. Has been a kind of like associated with some sort of emotional release or catharsis or that kind of thing. but that's obviously not the case, you know.
I'm looking at you.
No, no. No, but
It doesn't have to do anything with coolness, awkwardness. No.
yeah. But I guess that's not. It's in the story. It's in the story. It's in the story, isn't it? It's like,
In a way,
yeah.
one could say so.
I think it's because.
I mean, we could say there is an apparent release because seen from the me, or me lives in reality with its feelings, with its thoughts, with its situations, and there seems to be a burden in that, meaning. All has meaning. All is important
Mm.
to some level. That completely drops.
Mm.
So there seems to be this could be described as a release in a way,
Yeah.
but for no one. And it's not really a healing like the me would understand it.
No.
Seems to be a sense of vigilance with the me, that sort of feeling that, you know, unless you sort of keep your eye on things, something will go wrong.
Yeah, what's vigilance? I don't...
Vigilance, sort of
Watch.
a need to watch out.
Watchfulness.
Watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Mm.
I mean, the whole setup of me is I have to be aware. I have to consciously be aware to not do the wrong decisions, because the experience is what I do now is important for my future fulfillment. So if I do a wrong decision now, I might come on the wrong path. That's in a way the pressure me lives on.
Constant pressure.
Mm.
Cause and effect.
Yeah.
Exactly what I do, and that I'm able to do, that there is right, or that there is anything to achieve, that I can do right and wrong in order to that goal, to reach that goal.
You could say it's constant as well. It's always there.
Within its experience, it's not always there, of course.
Yeah, but it's
But-
always there.
But whenever there's a sense of I am, there's a sense of continuity.
Yeah.
And somehow, at least I have to be aware to survive. Because if I would die now, who would experience my future fulfillment?
Just goes without saying, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, seen from the me, the sense is I can't die now. Because there is still something waiting for me in the future. Not now. This can't be it. Wait. There's still some waiting, some enlightenment at the end of my life.
So Andreas, in this place of unknown knowing,
It's not a place, but yeah. I'm sorry.
figure out words me and you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Where I am.
Can you know, I know there is no one to know, I'm aware,
Oh,
but, let me finish, and death. Can you know now in the body that whatever it is that can't be known is actual death? Can you know what this would be after the death of your physical body?
no, of course not.
Right,
I have no idea what this is now.
right, okay, fine.
So So I have no idea what is next second, or in 2 seconds, or in 20 years.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
So you could have a little bit of a shock on death.
Sorry?
You could have a little bit of a shock on death.
A shock on
Yeah,
death.
that's what I'm saying. Is you've no idea what this is because this is just a barren. So, and if this, so you've got no idea what that is because that's
Oh,
only-
yeah, of course.
So therefore, anything is possible. on
Yes. Well, not anything. What's possible is what happens.
It's a theoretical potential.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, one could say so. But in a way, we're already talking about something that doesn't exist, the future. So it's assumptions.
But
Actually, that something will be. It's a
But even if we was to look at it from a perspective that nothing's actually happening, which is fine, but there is an apparent story called this Earth story. But I suppose potentially, if this isn't happening, that anything is possible and anything could potentially show up in any form at any time.
yes, but as I
But
say,
as a potentiality.
theoretically, because all there is what apparently happens.
Yeah. Which is infinite, apparently.
Timeless. It's not infinite. It's timeless.
Why
And
would you say it
spaceless.
wasn't infinite?
Infinite is. It's a very big, big,
Oh.
big space.
Oh, right, where you're
A
saying
big,
it's just
big,
this.
big, big time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
this.
Right,
And it doesn't have.
yeah.
So one could say theoretically this could be anything, but practically it just is what it is. And it couldn't be different. Actually, that's part of the dream of I am, that this could be different. That what is could be different than as it is.
The dream, the me always wants it to be different than what is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yes. If it would be real, it would be tragic. Fortunately, me is not real. Yeah,
That's the good
absolutely.
news.
Absolutely.
So me is pretty powerless.
Yes. It doesn't even exist.
Well, the illusional means, well,
Yeah.
it's illusion.
Yeah.
So everything it seems to do or effects it seems to come of it or behaviours that are associated because of it are just all their dreams as well. It's a dream.
What?
Repercussions and side effects of the sense of me, that's all a dream too.
That's what apparently happens. Me is what apparently happens, as a story one could say, with all its consequences, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But we see evidence of the me everywhere.
Apparently.
Yes.
Well, apparently, yeah, but we see the evidence of the me apparently everywhere.
Well, the evidence, that's just how me lives. For me, there is no doubt of its existence. There can be an intellectual doubting, but in a way, it's just how it lives. I'm here, and this is real. Period.
Yeah, but the way it's trying to shape its environment, I mean, we see it. We see me out there, right, in the shape of the skyline and stuff. That's an element of me, isn't it? Apparently.
Well, it's me seeing it. It's me seeing something.
But the architect's me that saw the shape of what they wanted to produce, and
I don't understand. You mean something like it assumes a personal God? Something that constructs the clouds, or
no, I mean the buildings out there, right,
yes,
are expressions of me.
apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the me is impacting how the world is appearing on a, you know,
Apparently,
some
it's,
levels.
it's not really me doing it, but one. Okay.
But the architect has a me that is creating a shape. I mean,
That's what he might think.
yeah.
Yeah. But that is what happens. That's what apparently happens. It's not really me doing it.
But in a sense, the me is always trying to. I mean, through religion and philosophy and science, the me is trying to achieve something.
Yeah.
A safety for itself, an understanding of something, a control over something.
Yes. Yes. That would be one method to create the absolute experience.
And failed.
And it fails, of course.
Yeah.
But there is no me.